All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Green the Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is to talk about Arsenal and, in particular, Eagle Eye. That's right, Eagle Eye is the transfer rumor show where I talk to you all about Arsenal transfer rumors and rumors surrounding the Arsenal. Um, you can just tell. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I was straight supposed to come on here an hour ago, and I fell asleep. This heat is doing some strange things to me. Um, so sorry if I seem a little bit unenergetic. I'm gonna try and keep this show as brief as possible. So I'm gonna tell you now from the outset that I'm gonna get out of here around quarter to 10. I think it will be when I get out of here. So let's go through the show's news. And a lot of the reason for that is, to be honest, there's not a lot going on that you don't already know about, which is usually a telltale sign that Arsenal are about to make a signing, because almost the gossip seems to just slow right down. And it's like the papers are just anticipating, like I'm sure much of you guys were, the announcement that Arsenal have signed Danny Ceballos and William Saliba. If you're like me, I've refreshed my phone about 15 times today, wondering, are we going to announce these signings? No, because it's Arsenal. It looks as though the announcement will come tomorrow. Then again, it looked like the announcement will come today. So I think I'm going to take some positives out of though. I'm going to try and be as positive as possible. When I started today, it looked as though the Dennis Ceballos deal, there was some doubt over it because obviously Arsenal played Real Madrid. It was an entertaining game by all accounts. I didn't watch the game live. I've since watched the game. Bravo, I think, in particular to Joe Willock. But I thought Aubameyang played pretty well. I thought Lacazette was great. I thought Mesut Ozil, I mean, I've seen people going on like he had a good game. He had a good half an hour. Like, it was good for half an hour. And then he went into Mesut Ozil mode. And yeah, those were the. I thought AC Milan Nas did all right, to be fair. Um, and yeah, it was a kind of a good overall performance. But the most notable thing was when Arsenio went down for Real Madrid. Obviously, a fabulous player that Real Madrid have. So you're probably like, well, all right, well, unless Arsenal are interested in him, what does that have to do with us? Well, there was a lot of a thought process that Zidane might actually have gotten cold feet over the idea of letting Ceballos go to Arsenal because of his imminent injury. Um, Luckily, he kind of quashed those rumors pretty quickly himself. Zidane basically came out and was just like, yeah, this won't affect Ceballos going to Arsenal. There was also a thought process that Ceballos was actually travelling to London, as I talked about yesterday, to have his medical. So I suppose it wouldn't have been too late. Ultimately, if Zidane didn't want him to go through, want the deal to go through, I just told him to come the fuck back. But I think the thought process was, listen, you're on your way there now. I'm just going to let you do your thing. And really, the thought process, obviously, is, and I suppose transitioning this into William Saliba, is that they both had their medicals today. William Saliba, I believe, was pictured in London, and people caught some pictures of his whole entourage. And Ceballos, there's also belief he's also in London at the moment. Saliba apparently has left. Obviously, we're loaning him back. There's no need for him to hang around. Ceballos probably might stay for a couple of days and really find out where he can stay for the next year. And it's looking like those medicals are done and the announcement is imminent. In typical Arsenal fashion, these things always drag and drag and drag. And, you know, I'm seeing their mentions. Their Twitter is lighting the fuck up. Just go to every single time Arsenal tweet. Just look at their responses. I don't. You've lot got some time, bro. I ain't tweeting Arsenal like that. You know, don't get twisted. I'll voice my frustration in one tweet on my own platform. I ain't trying to respond to every single tweet that they have. Go to announce a player, announce this, announce that. It's like, all right, brothers, calm down. But it is frustrating because if you're an Arsenal fan, you just want them to do something. So yeah, here's what it is. Looks as though the signings are imminent, but not yet confirmed. So in any minute now, you'll probably see another "Welcome to Arsenal" video from a certain YouTuber, I would imagine. Anyway, let's talk about some sales. So it looks like Arsenal are at least looking to make some sales finally. So you're probably sat there thinking, good, at last. But weirdly, it's our youngsters that we're looking to get rid of, at least for a season. We have 3 players that are looking to leave, or well, they're not hoping to leave, but they are being lined up for moves to Germany. I told you about Reece Nelson being wanted by Hertha Berlin. Well, it looks like Emil Smith Rowe is also being lined up for a move back to Germany as well. The last team I saw was Wolfsburg were interested, but it's possible that he may leave this summer as well. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Reece Nelson, I kind of get it. I think he's underwhelmed a little bit preseason. I think a lot of people were hoping to see some progress from his loan move, and we haven't really seen that. But Emma Smith Rowe, I kind of figured that he would stay. So that one, I must admit, did surprise me a lot. And then the other one, but I think all of us kind of expected this one to happen, and that's Xavier Amiachi. He looks like he's set to leave for an unnamed German team. That German team is believed to be Bayern Munich. They've been linked with him for some time, particularly since this falling out with Emre based on the fact that he wasn't picked in the Europa League final. He wasn't picked in that team, and then obviously was subsequently left in the UK when Emre took his team out to America. So between those 2 snubs, he's decided that his future doesn't lie at Arsenal. He's got 1 year left in his contract. I don't know. For me, I'm kind of at a point with this kid where I'm just like, let him go. I think he's an excellent player, fabulous prospect. But, you know, if he's going to cry every time he's not picked for a certain squad, it's like, all right, mate, the real world doesn't work like that. You know, you're 18 years old. It's like, let's calm down a bit and get some perspective. How about you get your head down and continue to work hard? That's what I would expect of you. But it is what it is. I hope Arsenal are clever in that they've tied some sort of sell-on clause, buyback clause in whatever deal that they do for this kid. But it looks like we're about to sell him in the region of about £2 million. Is there anything else really that's happening with Arsenal? There was a story that I did see yesterday before I go into the chat. There was a story I did see yesterday, which I found kind of hilarious, and that was with a guy who has recently signed for a team, but on, I think maybe day 2, he admitted that his dream move was actually to come to us, which I found hilarious. So let me just see if I can find that. In the meantime, make sure you stick a like on this video. Make sure you absolutely crush that like button. You know my rule. When we're live, I try and see if I can get at least 70 likes. So make sure you hit a like on that before I come into the chat. So a Wolfsburg midfielder, Xavier Shagler, the 21-year-old, has admitted that he dreams of playing for Arsenal. And that is 1 month after joining the Wolfsburg, which is crazy. They bought him from Red Bull Salzburg. for 13 million after he helped the Austrian club win the league for the 4th consecutive season. Good little player, actually. Got 8 goals, 4 assists. These are the sort of players that Arsenal have their eye on all the time. They like their midfielders that get goals. But actually, he says that as a boy in Austria, you already dream of making it abroad at the age of 7. The league just isn't that attractive. I haven't reached my final goal yet. Now the next goal is coming. I've been a fan of Arsenal since I was a child. That is my dream club and my dream to play there. Blimey. Ain't it refreshing that someone actually dreams and aspires to play for us? Almost like we're a big club or something. Let's talk about Kieran Tierney before we go into the chat. As predicted, it doesn't look like Arsenal have given up on this deal. I kind of knew that would be the case. I remember someone left I won't expose them because they're a bit of a long-term listener of mine, but they also kind of had their doubts that Arsenal would come back in for Tierney. But I felt like they would. I think they've come this far. They've come this far, and I think any stories of them moving on to other targets is them posturing and them being stroppy. I think if you just give this team what they're looking for, just pay what they're due, stop messing around, you'll get this over the line. So my fear is that they're still trying to figure out a structure payment that Celtic will like. Ultimately, it's looking like the only structure payment they're interested in is paying the dough up front. Like, they don't want to hear you may get it if we reach the Champions League in 2 years' time type of dough. They want money now, and who can blame them? Who can blame them? So I think this one's going to rumble on and on and on. It's 2 weeks tomorrow until the not only the season starts, but also, technically it's 2 weeks, 1 day tomorrow until the season starts, but 2 weeks tomorrow until the transfer window shuts. And we're going to be frustrated as fuck for the next 2 weeks. I think prepare yourself for that now. I'm seeing lots and lots of people saying, yeah, but what about a defender that can play this season? Who knows? Who knows? But with Kieran Tierney, it looks as though Arsenal haven't given up the fight and they are ready to battle. Speaking of players that they've not given up on, and I'm going to make this the final story, Everton have entered the race. Not Everton Suarez, Everton Football Club have entered the race, backed by Alicia Umusinov, yes, our former investor. They are chasing Wilfried Zaha. They are all ready to challenge Arsenal for the move. They are prepared to essentially match what Crystal Palace are looking for the player. And yeah, they're just waiting on the green light. Arsenal, I guess to their credit for their stubbornness, refused to give up on this deal. Wilfried is their absolute number one priority, and they are determined to drag this over the line. They feel as though they can come up with an offer which is significantly north of their very first offer of £40 million. So this is another one that could push until the final day. Arsenal are technically still the favourites for his signature, based purely on the fact that Wilfried Zaha, his dream move, speaking of dream moves, is to play for Arsenal. So the likelihood is that Arsenal will get this done, provided they can come up with a payment that Crystal Palace will accept and be happy with. At this point, I'm trying to get used to the idea of Wilfried Zaha playing for Arsenal. And let's just see if this is what we've decided to go with. Let's just go with it. I'm done arguing. It is what it is. And yeah, for me, Wilfried Zaha coming to Arsenal, cool. I'm done arguing about it. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys, I'm coming into the chat room. I'm hoping that you guys have stuck a like on the video. Make sure you do. I'm going to be in the chat for the next 15 minutes. Listen, I'll go to 10 to 10, but I'll make it at least 15 minutes. So that's 17 minutes of chig in the chat room. And I'm going to be strict on myself because, quite frankly, this beaming light on my face is way too hot for the shit. So I'm not going to lie to you. I am. I can't wait to turn it off straight up. So just say what you gotta say, and I'll come in the chat. Just give myself a mute. Good at catching those now. Only 28 likes, 86 people watching. Come on, guys. You guys could do better. You guys could do better than that. Come on. Slap a like on that. Slap a like on it. Alex missed some of the training sessions. I missed Alex's comment. FYI. Funny how Arsenal fans are trying to mock Spurs by getting Ceballos and Saliba when Spurs signed Ndombele and might get Salisso. Yeah, might, motherfucker. You haven't signed him yet. Relax. Been waiting 24 hours to say this. Did anyone watch the game and see how bad Xhaka is? And that's from Evan Kennedy. I don't know. It worries me because I look at people like Mustafi and I look at Xhaka and I've seen them play this season. And what worries me is they look like they're getting worse. They look like they're actually getting worse. That's the biggest concern for me in those particular cases. But yes, unfortunately, I did see it. And yes, they are terrible. I mean, I know people would talk about the fact that Xhaka set up Eddie Nketiah, I think it was twice for an opportunity. And Eddie Nketiah, to be fair, should have done better with at least one of those chances. But he's so bad. He gave the ball away a couple of times against Real Madrid. He's just not the guy you want when you are under pressure. He's just not that guy. Added to the fact that he was captain yesterday. It's just like, oh, come on. Guy's not good enough. Zuzu doing Bale so dirty. He's not rampant, is he? Not rampant. Then again, I'd love someone to do that with Mesut Ozil, quite honestly. Arsenio will affect Isco and Velasquez. Yeah, I think so. I don't think they will ever sell him Isco, really. I actually think Brandon, it was probably affecting more Vasquez and James Rodriguez. Nah, Bale is past it. Injury prone. So inconsistent. Smash the like button, people. Yes, please, Rich. What up, Brandon Taylor? That'll be good, man. Hello, Chicken Peeps. Hello, Matthew. Hope you're good, brother. Nelson is dead food. Sell him. Oh, gosh. I don't know about this selling stuff, but yeah, he's definitely not ready. He's not ready. I'd want to see at least a number loan and see what he's got because he's not ready to come into the team. JB, great content, man. Entertaining, real content is so good. You have me neglecting AFTV. Keep it up, man. That's the idea. That's the idea, JB. I ain't gonna lie. Long-term goal. Take as many regular listens from them as possible. Thank you, VP. Drive them likes. Cheerlead them likes. Chig, am I going to the Emirates Cup? No. Till these guys actually make a signing, no. I know people will say, yeah, but you just said that a couple of signings are imminent. I mean, a sign is signing that we can use for now. Archie, if you watched Nelson on loan, you would have seen his potential. He's shown that in the first half of the season. Yeah, there's definitely potential there, but to be honest, I can see what Archie's saying. I'm not tapping out on Reece just yet, but I can see why he would say that. Chig, I reckon UK today was hotter than Abuja, Lagos, and Port Court. Um, Marbles, what you know about them areas there? And yeah, to be honest, I was speaking to my mum yesterday, and she thinks it is. In Nigeria, at the moment, it'd probably be around 28 degrees, 29 degrees, something like that. Tomorrow, it's set to be 38 degrees. I mean, come on. And there's something about the UK sun that just, it ain't nice, yo. It ain't nice. I watched the game and Xhaka needs to go. The pass ain't enough. The one pass ain't enough. Yep, I'm with you, Matthew. 11 minutes, guys. 11 minutes and I'm out. Chig, I agree with the Zaha thing. It's all long. I'm done now. Just want to see anybody fresh face. We're not going out over Ziyech, though. Avon, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Bale won't go to Arsenal. He wouldn't be brave enough. And I agree with that. He would not be brave enough. Archie, to be fair, Ozil looked fitter than Xhaka, which is a worry. To be fair, listen, I don't want Ozil necessarily to stay. He's having a better preseason than Granit Xhaka. I'll give him that. Maybe the Ceballos signing has just kicked him up the arse a little bit. Chig, thoughts on the Zaha saga? You literally just missed me spitting bars about it, Ahmed. I literally just rewind maybe 10, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Tarkowski from Burnley would be a good signing. I don't think they'd sign him. I don't think Arsenal would sign him this late, Anita. I think Burnley will be trying to prepare for the season, and they'll take a crazy bid to let him go now. Notorious Chig, and go to any games. Let's get to 50 likes. Yes, please. Let's get to 50 likes. 96 people watching, 38 likes. That means less than half of you have pressed like. Come on now. Do it for me. And I stop bitching once you get to 50. You notice that? I stop bitching. Do you rate Regani? Yes, I do. I think he's a good player. I do think he's a good player. Marbles, I've never been to that, John. I know. That's what I'm saying. How do you know about these? How do you know about these sort of places? Chig, I want to say thank you for being regular streams and insights into your club. Keep up the great work. I must say I'm so impressed with our youth, especially Burton, Nikita, and Saka. Yep. And Willock as well in that little list. Willock, Saka, Nikita, and Burton I've been very happy with. Very, very impressed with. The Celtic left back went off injured for the second time. Hopefully this doesn't affect the Tierney deal. You never know. But then Tierney's injured himself, so it is what it is. 47 likes. Okay, a little bit better. 3 more and I stop bitching. 3 more and I stop bitching. Come on, guys. Pretty please. 49. Almost. Note to Josh. Shig is so excited that he fell asleep before the transfer day. Don't kill chicks down. Listen, I was at peace, yo. It's just the heat saps my energy. Straight up. Willock, Xhaka will start versus 2. It's definitely between those two. Thank you, guys. I can see you've gone over 50 now. Thank you. Keep driving those likes through, though. Don't get it twisted. But this is where I now stop bitching about the likes. Thank you. When are Guendouzi and Torreira back? I would imagine now that Arsenal are officially back in England, I would imagine they'll start to feature for the Emirates Cup. I'm too English for this heat. I might sleep in my fridge. All right, guys, 7 minutes and I'm out. 7 minutes. Seven minutes. Bombard me with questions. Chick, I hear there's a Q&A tomorrow night with Raul or something. Yeah, so I've heard. Let's see what happens, Mike. Let's see what happens. I think Williker's ready. Yeah, I do. I think out of all the youngsters, interestingly, he's the one that's most ready. I didn't see that coming. I must admit. But yes, he looks very, very ready. 100% is ready to challenge Xhaka at the very least. Even Zidane rated Willock as the best player on the pitch yesterday. And that's coming from Zidane. Jenkinson pocket. Oh, it was. Excuse me. Let me correct myself. You are absolutely right. I saw Jenkinson's face and I said Ainsley Maitland-Niles. It was Jenkinson. Jenkinson was the one who I thought performed pretty well. I did. I thought he did really well yesterday. Tomorrow's fan meeting was viral. I love the hot weather. Let the Europeans deal with that winter shiznit. I'm not a fan of heat, I'll be honest. I know it's such an un-African and un-black thing to say, but straight up, I don't like the heat. It's too hot that even here in Norway. Oh, really? You know, in Norway, I complained about heat, and they are cold most of the time. You know, there's a problem. Thank you for the donation, though, Rabadan. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, bruv. Chig, is your AC on? Yes, it is. Can't you hear it? It's blowing away. Just blowing a lot of hot air, though. That's all. Zidane comments was fake. Was it Jon Snow? What's up, bro? You gonna watch the game? I'm not sure yet. It's unlikely I'm going to the Emirates Cup. I might change my mind though. I might. Being an Arsenal fan is bloody long. Yes, it is. You gotta have the patience of a saint. And I would always advise any Arsenal fan, don't go on Twitter. Like Arsenal, I can't hear your AC. Okay, good. That's the idea, Farouk. Arsenal in the transfer run. Jamaican people. Also in the transfer window, run on Jamaican people time. I know Nigerian people time would give Jamaican people a run for their money. They say 2 days, they take a month. Yes, they do. Chig, your lamp needs adjusting. How do you know it's a lamp? Eh? Cheeky. Be excited. Josh said I'm more sad. All right, 3 minutes and I'm out, guys. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I'm hoping you can still hear me and the mic is still working clearly for you guys. Chick, do the videos in the dark and go on for longer. No. I'll tell you what I might do, though. I'll probably do a long one tomorrow. I was going to say Friday, but it's payday weekend on Friday. I know people are going to go a bit nuts. So I'll do a longer video on tomorrow for you guys. Because I'm hoping that I'll be celebrating a Arsenal signing or two. And let's face it, I ain't going to be able to sleep in that heat anyway. So, my favorite Wall Tour goal, you should already know this, Taib. It's, of course, the one that won us the league. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. If we don't sign someone tomorrow, Raul will have a horse's head on his bed after the Q&A. Godfather thing, like Arsenio said. All right. 2 more minutes. Let me start the wind down and I'll read the last question. Thank you to everybody that is currently listening and that has listened tonight. Please do stick a massive like on the video. I'll be back tomorrow with a much longer stream. I know it's a brief one today. So do stick a like on the video. And also let me know who you think Arsenal will sign next after Salabos and Saliba. Like, do you think we'll get this Zaha deal over the line, or do you think Arsenal will abandon ship and will go for Everton Suarez? Let me know what you think. And I'll read one last comment before I bounce. When's the next kit video dropping, Chig? After the transfer window shut, and I know that Arsenal have done something. That's when. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Please enjoy your Wednesday evening. I will see you tomorrow for a longer stream. We'll make that one an hour and we'll go ham on it. Yeah? And I'll make sure the lighting and everything is all perfect. Okay? All right, guys. I'm out of there. Take care.